of purpose. The prison of purpose. Trusting God when you don't understand. The prison of purpose. Prison of purpose. On last week we gave you some things that in Exodus chapter 3 where Moses was sitting at the point where he didn't understand some things. We gave you 4 things that Moses didn't understand in the text. And even so, it came to a point where we get farther in chapter 3, I believe around verse 19, I believe. You don't have to go there right now. We just want this, we're into our introduction. The chapter 19, I believe, we get to a point where Moses, he's there again. He's at the point where he don't understand how God at this time is operating. God had gave him a task and he had purposed for Moses to go to Egypt and to tell Pharaoh that it's time to let my people go.
Let them go. Yes, sir.
And Moses was at the point where he was confused. He really didn't understand. First of all, he didn't understand how a bush was burning and it wasn't consumed. And behind all that, the voice of God came out of the bush. The second thing that he didn't understand, how you're going to send me to Pharaoh when you know that Pharaoh is looking for me. It's just like Moses was saying, you are handing me over to the hand of the enemy. The third thing that he didn't understand how do you call a man that's a murderer? He didn't understand that. The fourth thing that he didn't understand who God was. What's your name, Lord? The Lord just had to tell him that I am. I am who I am, and I will do whatever I want to do. So just go tell them I am send you. Moses still was confused because who is I am? Who named their child I am? But God was trying to tell Moses that go down and whatever you say, tell them I am sent you. Get to another point where Moses still didn't quite understand some things in the text. But understanding. Somebody say understanding. Now say understand. Now understanding with the ing deals with our awareness. Deals with our awareness. Now understand singular. Understand says this. It said it is comprehending. Is grasp, perceive, discern, interpret, hear, accept, or conclude. That's the definition of it. It is comprehending, grasp, perceive, discern, interpret, hear, accept, or conclude. Now there's a point in time in all of our lives when we were at the point when God was working in our lives, we wasn't comprehending what he was doing. Even though we was men of God and women of God and doing everything that we knew to do to be the people that God has called us to be, things occur in our lives where we cannot perceive it, we cannot grasp it, we cannot discern it, we cannot interpret it, we cannot accept it at times, and watch this, we cannot even hear it. So if there's anybody that tells you that every time God does things, they understand it, they're lying. they're a liar. Because understanding God, there's no way you can fully understand the way God operates.
That's right.
You can't understand the way it operates simply because God is a mystery.
Yeah. Mystery.
And you cannot figure God out.
That's right.
If you can figure God out, then he wouldn't be God.
You're right, Pastor.
Hello, somebody. If you can figure him out, he wouldn't be God. He wouldn't be God because you can figure me out.
Yeah. You're right.
I can figure you out.
You're right, Pastor.
But there's no way we can figure God out.
No way.
Go to Psalms 147 and 15. 147 and 15. Let me show you why you can't figure God out. Why you can't understand everything that God does in